Happy Sabbath, boys and girls. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the Bethany SDA Church and especially the Children's Division to congratulate our boys and girls who wrote the Common Entrance this year. We know it was one with a difference where you had to wear a mask to write, but however, God saw you through and all of you were successful. We say God's blessings upon you and we wish you all the best as you begin this brand new journey. The work has just begun. We ask that you give your best, always putting God first, and most importantly, representing Him in whichever secondary school that you will be going to. May God bless you, keep up the hard work, don't give up, and in the end, you will receive the reward. To enjoy the rest of the Sabbath. God bless you.
Well, my challenges were studying spelling. I didn't really like to do spelling. I always found spelling hard. So, like when I was in the class, I could ask the teacher how the question is wrong, and he could explain it to me. But when I'm online, like the question is wrong, and they have nothing boy to explain to you because the teacher is not there. So it was hard for me. I was happy. I knew my mother would be very proud of me. I know my mother will be very proud of me and the rest of my family. So, and I went to the school I really wanted to go to. So, well, when I entered my grade 6 class, my teacher used to do different tests every week. So that used to make me study harder. We used to have competition among my classmates. So that also helped me to study harder. And I used to pray to God before I studied for helping me to remember everything that I have done, that I will be successful. And when I go to the Common Entrance class, I'm gonna be nervous and I remember everything, and he helps me and I succeeded.
Hi, good morning. Pleasant Sabbath to everyone. My name is Gianda Charles. I'm a past student from the Eucharist Lewis SDA Primary School. But it was very tough at first because I was new to the work, and every single day we would be pressured sometimes by the teacher of giving us a lot of work, and we would have to be studying very hard, or else sometimes we would be punished. And sometimes we wouldn't know the work, but sometimes our teachers would feel pressured because we were not doing the work. So sometimes we would have to, the challenges that I would face, sometimes we'd have to stay during break and lunch to go for our work, or we would have to write essays or something to show our teacher that we know the work. And sometimes if we didn't know it, we would try to ask our classmates for help, and it would be difficult because sometimes we would be graded on our work. So sometimes what we would do when our teacher was not there, we would try to study as fast as possible. Well, the exciting moments that I enjoyed was when we used to go on school tours to learn something new. When we would play some games for us to remember the work, and the times where we spent some movie days together and pajama days, and the times when we would stay home and talk to each other on Zoom, and when we would study together. The secret was having God in my life. He was the one who helped me to succeed in spite of all the hard work, but He helped me to pass my exams, and I was thankful for that. And what I usually did to try to obtain these grades was the fact that I had to keep on studying, and in spite of all the pressure I got from my teacher and my parents sometimes, I would be going to bed late and I would be studying, doing my homework, in spite of all the complaints that I would be given. But God helped me. God was my secret helper. Well, to all those who wrote the Common Entrance, I want to say congratulations. And to those who was not pleased with what they got, it's okay. You can still do better in wherever school you will be going. And just keep on trusting in God. And those who will be writing exams soon, I say good luck to you, and study hard and continue to trust on the Almighty Father.
First of all, the quarantine, I had to be doing homeschooling, and that was a challenge for me because sometimes the teacher would be sending work for me and I wouldn't feel like doing it, but before that, while I was in the class, I had to do it. I didn't have a choice. But through the quarantine, I was just slacking off. And then after I started studying, and then they opened school for like 2 weeks. And then we went in a school, and then I felt much better. And then I started pushing myself. And my teacher started pushing me a lot. And then I started doing past papers at home. He used to send work for me, and I used to do. Our principal is a very tough lady, I will say, and she always wants her students to do good. Our last principal, she was the same, and this principal we have, she's a new principal, and she wants us to do good, and now she is happy of my performance. The secret was, it started from the time like they opened school for like 2 weeks. I then started telling myself, now I'll not be in the class, but I'll be in a certain place with all the children. So now I have to push myself, do papers, practice at home. God had most of it, because before I practice, I prayed. Between it, if I didn't understand a question, I would go and pray. And when I finished, I prayed to God to help me get the questions correct. Well, the only thing I have to say is just push yourself, practice, and just keep on trying. If you don't get the question right at the first time, try and go through it, do different past papers.
The challenges leading up to my exams was hard. The math especially. It wasn't like the other grades. I had to study more and more to push myself every day. And sometimes we didn't have time to revise with the things we had done before. We just had to keep on working, and we couldn't stop because of what is going on right now. The secret to my success was that God was there helping me to understand every concept or every sentence or word in my exam. My wish for the students coming to write exams again, that you shouldn't start studying before the day of exam or 1 week before your day of exam, for you'll not succeed. You should start studying the day you enter that classroom, and then you'll succeed.